Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to do who returned for episode 4 of What If. This is a regular video that I do. Usually I do it on Saturdays, but I got a little distracted and a lot came up, and so better late than ever. That's all I have to say. And this one was a short one, anyways. There wasn't the cast wasn't big in this episode, so it was really short. Um, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So, who returned in this episode from the movies, from the MCU films, live action? Uh, for the most part, all the characters that were in this episode that were from the movies, all the actors returned for their roles. And there was one surprising one that caught me off guard that I didn't even catch the first time because it was more like a cameo. Hopefully, this character appears in more upcoming episodes so we can get a better, so she could be used. I just spoiled it a little bit there. She could be used a lot better. Let's start off with the characters though that are not in the live action stuff right now. Obviously, we got to start off with the Watcher, who is once again voiced by Jeffrey Wright, who will most likely be voicing the character in every episode going forward. Yeah, he's great. I can't even imagine this show without Jeffrey Wright right now as the Watcher. And if they ever bring the Watcher into live action, which some people say could happen, we did see the Watchers. I don't even think I could hear the Watcher without Jeffrey Wright's voice. So hopefully they work something out. And this is the first time we actually got to hear the Watcher interact with one of the characters in the episode too, which was really interesting. Another character that was in this episode was the character of O'Ben or O'Bane. I'm not sure how you pronounce the character's name again. It's been a while since I last saw the episode, like 2 days ago. But yes, he was the old man that Doctor Strange went to go see, and he was voiced by Ike Amandi. So when I saw the promos for episode 4, I thought the character was going to turn out to be Mordo, voiced by Chiwetel Ejiofor from the movies, but obviously that did not happen. It was a completely new character that never appeared in the movies before. So that's something interesting to note. This is the first original character who had appeared in the episode. I should also note, I guess, that Dormammu was seen in the episode, but we never heard Dormammu speak, which is weird because Doctor Strange was in the episode, and yes, Doctor Strange was voiced by Benedict Cumberbatch, who also voiced Dormammu in the live-action Doctor Strange movie. So I thought it was interesting that they didn't even give him one word of dialogue. Maybe it just wasn't necessary. So. But yes, it was great that Benedict Cumberbatch came back to do his voice, because I had heard before the show started, like before the first episode, that he might not have come back to returning. That there were rumors that he wasn't coming back, and then he was like the last confirmed, one of the last confirmed actors to be returning for the series. So that's great. Another character who returned that was in the original Doctor Strange movie is Christine Palmer, played by Rachel McAdams. That's right. Rachel McAdams, who was very underused in the original Doctor Strange movie. I thought was used so much more better in this one episode than she was in the whole 2 hours of Doctor Strange. And we do know that Rachel McAdams will be returning for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So let's hope that movie will utilize her a lot better, because she's a great actress. Why aren't you using her better instead of just being in a hospital and fixing people up when they get hurt? I mean, it's useful, but you could just have any other doctor take over for that. So anyways, I guess it was just easier for Doctor Strange to know a doctor, even though he's a doctor himself, but whatever. Moving on, Wong is in this episode. Wong is having a great year this year. A great year this year. Not only did Benedict Wong come back to voice the character for this episode, but he was also in, if you've seen Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, you already know this. He appears in the trailer. Yes, he has a small role in the Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, as well as the upcoming Spider-Man movie. He features in the trailer with Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, in that trailer as well. So Wong, we haven't had enough of you, man. We're gonna see more of you. And then he's obviously gonna come back in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. So Benedict Wong, man, he's being used the way he should be. Moving on to the Ancient One. The Ancient One appeared in this episode, and I was kind of worried because I didn't think the actress who played her in the movies would return, but she did. Tilda Swinton returns to do the voice of the Ancient One. I thought maybe she would be one of those actresses that would be way too busy to return or something like that. But she did return in Endgame, which was not too long ago. So I guess it's great that she, I guess, really appreciates this character enough that she will return to play the role once again. And I obviously she's terrific. So the fact that they got her back was really great. So those are the 4 cast members from the Doctor Strange movie. Benedict Cumberbatch, Benedict Wong, Rachel McAdams, and Tilda Swinton. All of them were in the Doctor Strange movie. Some of them have appeared in other movies too afterwards. Who was the character that was not in Doctor Strange but did return to their role? Well, there's one scene where Doctor Strange is in a bar and he's watching TV and there's a newscaster on the TV. This is Christine Everhart. Now, some of you might be asking, might be trying to remember, who the hell is Christine Everhart? She was played by Leslie Bibb in Iron Man and Iron Man 2. She was the reporter trying to investigate about Tony Stark's weapons being sold to terrorists in Iron Man 1, and then she returned to Iron Man 2. She was also the reporter that Tony Stark slept with right in the beginning of Iron Man 1, and then Pepper comes and to take her out, and she's like, oh, so I see Tony still has you doing all the work around here. And Pepper's like,
I do anything and everything that Mr. Stark requires, including occasionally taking out the trash. Will that be all?
But yes, Leslie Bibb, the fact that she came back for this little moment, like, I didn't even notice the character was even talking. But yeah, you can hear it faintly in the background. But maybe that means she's going to appear in a couple more episodes in the background or something. I don't know. After all, there is going to be an episode focusing on Killmonger helping out Tony Stark back in Iron Man 1. So maybe you do need Christine Everhart showing up in that episode also. She'll probably play somewhat of a role in that one. Yeah, I'm very interested to see upcoming episodes, of course. So yeah, those are all the characters that did return for this episode. Not a lot this time around. This cast was a little bit small for this episode, but it was still a really good episode. I think it's the best episode so far, not just because of the casting, but because the episode overall was like really interesting, and seeing how dark they went with it was cool. With that being said, comment below and tell me, were you surprised that any of these cast members returned? Who are you looking forward to seeing again in upcoming episodes? We do know that certain characters will be appearing more later on. If you go back and watch the trailers, you can see there's still things missing with some of these characters, like Doctor Strange. We see him interacting with Captain Carter in one trailer. So clearly Benedict Cumberbatch, just like T'Challa, just like Captain Carter, just like Chris Hemsworth, I think they're all going to unite eventually. We're going to see a different form of Avengers or Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever you want to call them. We're going to see some sort of team up between them all. So I'm looking forward to it. With that being said, I hope you guys like this video, and I want to plug in my Patreon supporters before I log off, because these are the people that support this channel, that donate a monthly subscription. There's a $5 tier and a $10 tier. Both of them right now offer the same thing. The $10 one is there right now for if you can donate a little bit more for generosity, that would be great. If you can't, I totally understand. It's not easy right now, and you know, I get it. But there are other ways that you could help out the channel by maybe just watching every video I put up. liking every video because that helps with the algorithm, and also sending a link to people and telling them, hey, check out this video if you like MCU trivia. If you want to know all the actors that returned in this episode, these are the actors. Like, maybe there's people that don't know that Benedict Cumberbatch came back for this episode, you know? So send them the link to that and let them know. Other than that, yeah, thank you to my Patreons. You guys are awesome once again. The fact that there's people that are willing to donate is really cool to me. So thank you very much. With that being said, now I'm gonna log off. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you to my Patreon supporters one more time. And until next time, everybody, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, take care.